On principiascientific.org
Yeah.
is our court battle that we've got Dr. Timball on talking, and Michael Mann losing and having to give Timball some concessions. Now, obviously, we can't talk about all of the concessions, but this is about Michael Mann, the hockey stick guy that completely manipulated statistics and data to create a false rise in CO2.
Well, and it goes into this article and says, well, if man's data is pristine and irreproachable, why hide it? If man were to lose to Ball anytime soon, then Trump's skepticism would be entirely vindicated, and the case for defunding and dismantling the Environmental Protection Agency, the EPA, proven as fiscally prudent.
The disclaimer here. I know John O'Sullivan, who set up the Principia site, and I wrote a foreword and a chapter in one of the books they produced called Slaying the Sky Dragon. John O'Sullivan comes from his anti-government very legitimately, and unfortunately, it's not until you've actually directly, personally experienced challenging the government that you realize how nasty they can get. I mean, you guys here, you know, you talk about it, you have a sense of understanding, but Voltaire said it's dangerous to be right when people in authority are wrong. Never was a more true word said. Now, John O'Sullivan was married to an American woman who worked in the penal system in New York State. She got raped by prison guards, and they covered it all up, and John fought it. He now lives in England. I'll say no more. So John knows very well how nasty these things can get than anybody that dares to challenge the authorities. And so Principia was set up for that reason. And John was the one that helped me set up the PayPal so people could help me financially. So that's my disclaimer with that.
And the stakes are huge.
Oh, huge.
They're absolutely huge.
It's
Well,
trillions
for
of
our
dollars.
viewers, there's a graph on a picture of both graphs on the article. If you want to go to the article, click on the YouTube link. But yeah, Adam's just brought it up. Look at the vast difference between these two graphs and how crazy it is when you manipulate statistics and stuff you use the statistics to create your conclusion rather than allowing the statistics to create the conclusion. You use you've already arrived at the conclusion that CO2 is bad and we need to prove it. How do we prove it? Well, we massage the data, we flat out change the data. These two graphs are
very different.
Very different. Very different.
Well, of course, the bottom graph is Tim Ball's version, but actually that was Hubert Lamb, who was the founder of the Climatic Research Unit. And it appeared in the 1990 IPCC report, but became a problem. And you see the orange area on the left is the medieval warm period. And what was going on was people like Gore were looking at the right-hand side of the graph and saying it's warmer than it's ever been because temperature's been rising from the Little Ice Age. But we were saying, oh, no, look, it was much warmer 1,000 years ago. They had to get rid of me, and they had to get rid of that medieval warm period. So Michael Mann produced that hockey stick graph, which eliminated, it literally rewrote history.